Hi, welcome to ShowMeTheCurry.com. I'm Anuja.
And I'm Hibil, and today we're making a sweet and sour mango curry. Now this recipe was given to us by Vaishali Bharti, and thank you so much for it because it's really, really delicious and super simple to make.
So for this recipe, we're going to be using mango, which is kind of 75% done, not 72 and not 78. 75%. Kidding. So you want a mango which is not fully ripe but not raw, so somewhere in between. That's hence the word sweet and sour.
Sweet and sour, exactly. So what we're going to do, Vaishali actually suggested that we cut this into slices and we boil the whole thing so that the peel comes off. But I think it's just it's messy and it's just a little easier for me, at least my opinion, just to peel it beforehand before we do anything else with it. So we're just going to take the peel off.
And while Hetal's doing that, I'm going to go back on the stove and start working on that. So over here I have a pan, and it's a stainless steel pan, and I have already added some of the dry spices in it. We've got 1.5 teaspoons of methi seeds, or fenugreek seeds, 2 teaspoons of cumin seeds, and we've got about 3 dry red chilies. And I've just turned on the stove, and we're just going to dry roast these. Anytime that you're dry roasting, try and use a regular stainless steel pan, and it is on low flame. So we're going to give these seeds a little head start, just for about 2-3 minutes.
And I'm just going to take our mango and just make nice big pieces out of it.
And once you can start getting the aroma of the cumin, that's the strongest flavor there, we're going to now add in 3 tablespoons of dalia, or roasted chana dal. And then we're going to keep roasting it till the dalia kind of changes a little color, it gets a little roasted look to it.
And I've chopped my mango, and here I have the seed. Now I've cut as close to the seed as possible with my knife. If you want, you can also cook the seed with your mango and make sure you get every little bit of juice out of there. But I think I've done a pretty good job, so we're gonna discard the seed.
Okay, this looks done. I'm getting a fantastic aroma of the methi seeds, or the fenugreek seeds as well. And the dalia is already cooked, so you don't have to worry about it. We're going to turn off the stove. And I'm going to transfer it into another bowl so that it stops the cooking process and doesn't burn. And the other thing it'll do is it'll cool down faster, because we want it cool down because we need to grind it.
Right. So in the meantime, while that's cooling down, we have a saucepan, and we're going to put our chopped mangoes in here. And we're going to add 1 cup of water to this. Now we're going to cook this mango. We're going to bring it to a boil and let it cook for at least between 5 to 8 minutes. We're looking for the mangoes to soften up. When you poke a knife in it, it's going to go straight through, and we know it's done. So this goes on the stove. We're going to put it on a medium-high heat and let this come to a boil. Once the mixture comes to a boil, we're going to continue cooking for 5 to 8 minutes or longer, depending on how long it takes the mangoes to get soft.
So this is cooled down. The spices have cooled down. We're just going to grind them into a powder. And to this powder we'll add 3 tablespoons of fresh shredded coconut, green chili to taste, and 1/3 of a cup of water. And we're going to add little at a time so it just grinds easier.
I'm going to check on our mangoes.
Add some more water to it. Actually, the balance of the water to it. And grind it. So the coconut paste is blended so beautifully. It's become a nice paste.
And now we have 2 cups of yogurt right here, and we're just going to gently beat it so it smoothens out. And the 2 cups of yogurt is going to be added to 1 cup of water, and we're making like a thick buttermilk.
And over here the mangoes are off the stove. They're still looking a little chunky and a little the pieces are a little bigger than we want. So you can either use a hand blender and just give it a few pulses, or you can take a potato masher and just put it in, or if they're really smooth you can just or if they're really soft you can just take a spoon or a fork and just push it in. We'll take the easy way out.
Okay, so our mangoes are looking really good, and this texture is really entirely up to you. If you want a few big chunks in there, that's fine. If you want it all complete smooth, that's fine too, because the flavor is still going to be there either which way.
Right. And if you notice, we've pulled it off the stove, we brought it here because we're going to be adding the yogurt or the buttermilk to it. So anytime you want to do that, you want to take it off the stove, just give it a couple of minutes and then add the yogurt, so that way you ensure it's not going to split and it's not going to curdle. So we're going to add the coconut mixture in there, and it's a good idea to add this before you add the yogurt because it's just easier to mix in.
And it'll already go ahead and reduce the temperature a little bit.
And we're going to add the buttermilk to it now. And salt to taste.
Now we're going to take this back to our stove and we're going to cook it on a medium to high flame, and what we're trying to do is heat it all through without really coming to a boil.
Yes.
So before it comes to the first boil, you want to switch it off. You don't want the yogurt to curdle and separate, so let's get that going. And be sure to stir continuously as this is heating through.
And on the other stove I'm going to work on the seasoning or the tempering for that curry. So for the tempering I have 1 tablespoon of oil heating up. So once it's hot we're going to add half a teaspoon of mustard seeds, allow them to pop. And half a teaspoon of cumin seeds. A pinch of asafoetida or hing. Dry red chilies to taste. And a few curry leaves, and then turn it off. And quickly add it to the curry. So the mango curry is ready, and I have a really corny joke. So why is mango called the fruit of India? Because it's for the Aam Janta.
Okay.
Translation of Aam in Hindi, in English is of course mango, and it also means common or the regular people. So Janta is people. So I hope you got it.
I got it. Believe it or not.
You didn't laugh. I didn't see you rolling on the floor. Come on.
Well, we're the common people today, and we're going to enjoy this. And it's such a delicious, the fresh roasted masalas, fresh ground masalas. You wouldn't believe what kind of a difference it makes in anything you make, but especially in this recipe. It's just so delicious, and it's something different, something out of the ordinary.
It's a little extra work, but it takes you such a long way, so it's so worth the effort,
right?
The little effort, and it's not too hard to do. And so thank you so much, Vaishali, for this fantastic recipe. And we shall definitely enjoy it. You can have it with rice, of course. And join us again for another episode of ShowMeTheCurry.com.
Adding a pinch of spice to your life.